Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Big going out here faking injuries. What's going on with Claressa? Now look, man, this has got to stop. Look at Claressa Shields. She got a big old brace on her knee. Now she about to, well, hold on a second before we even get started, because I ain't going to be sniffling during no video. There, we back to normal now. Claressa Shields out here faking the funk. Big old brace on her knee. Now, how far will a person go for attention? You know what I mean? How far will they go? I mean, damn, it's just like the Tootsie Roll Pop. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? 1, 2, who? 3, 4, 5, 6. Claressa, stop. Ain't nothing wrong with no damn Claressa Shields. But she out here trying to fake the funk. But if there is an injury, good for Kaye Scott. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being real. But Kaye Scott knows what she's up against. Matter of fact, Claressa even spoke on it because, Kaye Scott was saying people are underestimating her. But look what Kaye Scott said. She got that strong Australian accent, so it's kind of hard to understand her. But just, I'm glad that she spoke up. Kaye Scott's coming to win, y'all.
Easy too. I feel like the whole world is underestimating me, mostly because they just say that pro record of only being 7 fights there. But we'll just see on Saturday night. I think it's going to be really exciting.
She said the whole world's underestimating her because they just see 7 fights. But people are going to see on Saturday night. Let me play that again for you now that I told you what she said. Now you should be able to hear it.
Easy too. I feel like the whole world is underestimating me, mostly because they just say that pro record of only being 7 fights there. But we'll just see on Saturday night. I think it's going to be a really exciting fight.
So she's excited to fight. She said we'll see on Saturday night. But Big Goat had to come back and say something, to let Kaye Scott and everyone knows that she's not underestimating her. Look, man, we know why they picked Kaye Scott. We know. So stop with the fake injury stuff and got everybody thinking the fight's in danger. Because I tell you what, if Claressa's injured, if she's injured, I'm going to break that shit down to you. It could be all bad.
On Saturday, but I didn't underestimate you. I didn't. I still trained. I watched the film. I dieted more than usual. And
what the hell does that mean? I dieted more than usual. What? Someone help me understand. Because I don't know what that means. But I tell you what, eating fried rice and chicken wings for a lunch, when you gotta cut 40 plus pounds, that's not very intelligent.
Listen, I'm prepared on Saturday, but I didn't underestimate you. I didn't. I still trained. I watched the film. I dieted more than usual. And listen, I'm prepared on Saturday, but
I don't know what she said at the end. But nonetheless, it doesn't matter. August 15th could be in trouble, could be in danger, folks. And I'm just being real with you. You know what I'm saying? It could be. It could be in danger. And you know why? Because Claressa coming out here with this fake, if it's a fake injury, let me just tell you this. I think it's just a hype to fight, okay? And there's an important distinction with a photo of Claressa wearing a knee brace. It doesn't establish that she's faking an injury, but I don't know anyone who wears a knee brace unless they're injured. But I think this, unless Shields, her team, and the Georgia Athletic and Entertainment Commission confirms an injury, the idea that this is deliberate deception is speculation. Now, I'm going to tell you, they can say whatever the hell they want. I think she's doing this for hype, but what's legitimate here is that fans have every right to interpret the brace as suspicious. You know what I'm saying? And what would actually happen if Shields had a genuine injury going into the August 15th fight with Kaye Scott? First of all, I don't think I know she wouldn't be allowed to fight. She wouldn't be allowed to fight. But that knee brace has us talking. So we can sit here and say it's all speculation. She ain't had that shit on in the mall. She ain't had that shit on in any other video. All of a sudden, she got a knee brace on. Let me tell you something. It's the timing, people. It's the timing. It's the timing that's creating the controversy. Fans already debating Shields' move down to middleweight. Her preparation, cutting 40-plus pounds, not really seeming locked in, seeming tired in her videos where she's hitting the mitts, always on social media, parading around like she's some damn Hollywood, like she Beyonce and shit. She ain't Beyonce. And then the diet. Who the hell, again, who eats fried rice when you're trying to cut weight? You know what I'm saying? So is she going to be physically comfortable at the contracted weight of 160? That's if she even weighs in at 160. You see, this is just getting started. Oh, I'm still fighting. No matter what, I'm still fighting. Get out of here. Want people to come out here and feel sorry for her. For those who've been injured, to sympathize. For those who are just trying to understand what she's going through, to empathize. Get out of here, man. We far from slow. But I tell you what, we're looking at this here and we're saying, what's going on? Now, there's some possibilities of why she's wearing that knee brace. She could have some kind of knee issue, whether it's minor, major. She could have something. Or she's wearing it for precautionary support. And she could have aggravated something during training, or it could have nothing to do with the fight. She's just doing it for attention. Or purely hypothetically, she could use visible injury imagery to create additional drama around the fight, which is kind of what I think. You know what I'm saying? But again, what I'm saying is just a conversation. These possibilities aren't equally supported by any evidence. I just noticed the damn knee brace, and I'm calling it a fake injury. You know what I'm saying? Now, anyone saying, well, look, that's currently beyond what we know, Hood. You can't say that. I can say what I want. It's just a conversation. Now, where shit gets real here is, could Georgia stop the fight? This is why I don't understand why she got the knee brace on, because if you got certain people who's paying attention to this, the medical official could determine that a fighter isn't fit to compete. So I'm sure a person is going to ask her, why you got that brace on your knee? If ain't nothing wrong with you, why you got a brace on your knee? It's like someone walking around with their arm in a sling. You ain't just get rotator cuff surgery, man. Why you got your arm in a sling? You know what I'm saying? There's got to be a reason. Only an idiot just puts it on for no reason. It's crazy. Now, Georgia's boxing regulations require contestants to undergo a pre-fight medical examination, and the commission can require additional medical examination to determine whether a boxer is medically fit. One thing to talk about the knee, need to be talking about where Claressa is, mentally medically fit to goddamn be in the ring. Now, the rules specifically address a fighter who becomes unable to compete because of an illness or injury before the contest. The injury must be reported to the promoter and the commission. And the commission can require an examination by a commission-designated physician. Means the fighters can't just go out and get who they want to do the exam. The commission is going to get their own people. You know what I'm saying? A neutral party. And then Georgia law also gives the Athletic and Entertainment Commission authority to protect the physical safety and welfare of professional boxers to supervise professional boxing contests. And a matter of fact, if Claressa does come in overweight, anything over 3 pounds, the fight will be canceled. So she can't come in over 3 pounds for the weigh-in. On fight night, she rehydrates to what she wants. But for the weigh-in, over 3 pounds, that shit gets nixed. I have a feeling she will come in at 163. I just have a feeling that's what she's going to do. She just doesn't look to be at 160. But we're going to find out tomorrow for the weigh-in. Now, as far as those saying, the knee brace is going to cancel the fight. Look, man, the knee brace itself doesn't cancel the fight. But what it does is it draws attention to Claressa's knee. Makes me think about Sergio Martinez when he was fighting Miguel Cotto. Martinez came in there with his big-ass knee brace and some big-ass MC Hammer shorts, falling all over the ring. His leg was all messed up. You know what I mean? It's just like when David Haye was fighting Tony Bellew. David Haye's like, something happened to his Achilles. He was all over the ring. Oh, he couldn't stand up. His foot was giving out on him. So what I'm saying is it draws attention. You know what I'm saying? To make the medical examiner say, yo, is the boxer medically fit to compete safely? And that's how they're going to look at Claressa Shields. But I'm sure she'll be jumping around and bopping around because she's just doing shit for clicks and views. That's all. That's what I think. But I tell you what, if there's a real injury there and the doctors determine that the injury makes her unsafe to fight, the commission can prevent her from participating. Now, everything that we got going on August 15th in Atlanta, all this talk the content creators been doing, all this content we've been putting out, Claressa been putting out, Kaye Scott talking, all the promotion, everybody looking forward to seeing Claressa get in the ring and Kaye Scott get in the ring and for Claressa to possibly lose, all that shit goes up in flames. But remember, the commission, Claressa and her team don't have nothing to do with this shit. Win records, Demetrius, they have nothing to do with it. It's the commission can prevent her from participating. But again, you got to talk about this shit about the fake injury to build the story theory. That's what I think this is really. That's what I think this is really about. You know what I mean? That's why YouTube, the conversations, they get interested because a lot of times it's speculation, assumptions, a conversation and a prediction, right? And you really don't have much fact when it comes to some of the shit we talk about on YouTube. Some things we do. But I'm just saying, it doesn't make sense for her to be running around with no damn knee brace. But I can imagine the promotional storyline. Claressa Shields dropped more than 40 pounds, battled through a knee injury, and still defeated Kaye Scott. Like, that would be a storyline. Some bullshit. Now, from a marketing standpoint, that creates a much bigger narrative than Claressa Shields defeats an underdog. Nobody wants to hear that. That's what everybody expects. And that's why fans are questioning the timing of the mystery knee brace. You know what I mean? The injury storyline potentially creates a David versus Goliath narrative, but more in reverse. You know what I'm saying? How many obstacles can Big Quote overcome? You know what I mean? To make it seem like she's the one who's the underdog. She's the one who's supposed to lose. That's what they're trying to convince and persuade people to believe. I'll tell you what, if Shields wins, her supporters are going to be looking at, oh, she had this massive weight reduction. Oh, there was such a physical strain on her. She's the greatest. Then her knee was injured. Oh, man, she's amazing fighter. She showed grit. Oh, there was so much pressure on her shoulders. The hostile fan reaction. No one likes her. She was able to lock in and block out the distractions. All this bullshit. Unfair expectations because she's a two-time gold medalist. Then the victory all of a sudden becomes Big Quote overcame everything. To that I say, in the most respectful way, hey, yo, hold your horses and stop taking it to the stupid. That's a powerful sports narrative, but again, it don't prove the brace is being used for that purpose, but we all know what's going on there is pure bullshit. Now, this whole thing about the psychology of the fighter narrative is another fascinating element, you know what I'm saying? If you're the favorite and everyone expects you to win, winning isn't necessarily enough anymore. Everybody expects Claressa to win. But I think even her team, they realize, we need a story. That's why sometimes they emphasize adversity, and that's what I think they're doing. Claressa's just going through so much, but she's such a professional. She's so talented. She's God-gifted. She was counted out. Nobody believed in her. She was injured. She had to fight through adversity. She proved everybody wrong. Let me tell you something. If Shields genuinely has an injury and fights through it, that's legitimate adversity. But if she doesn't have a significant injury, then fans may understandably question whether the injury narrative is being exaggerated, which is what I think. The only way to settle the question is evidence. But nobody's talking about Kaye Scott. I'm going to save this for another video. I'm about to give y'all something. I'm going to do it in another video after this. Because Kaye Scott's going through some adversity. I'm just telling you right now. She's going through some adversity. And I'm not even going to mention it. I'll do it in another video. But the bottom line, there's a big risk. If Shields is really injured, trying to turn the injury into promotional material, it could backfire badly. because boxing isn't basketball. A compromised knee can affect her footwork, her balance, punching mechanics, defense, ability to pivot, ability to escape under pressure. And against an opponent like Kaye Scott, who's locked in and determined to try to make Claressa work every minute and make her try to cut the ring off and chase after Kaye Scott, those things matter. So Kaye Scott's opportunity, it's enormous. But if Claressa is really injured, it's even bigger. You know, if Shields is genuinely compromised, Scott doesn't have to care about the narrative. Exploit the weakness. You know what I mean? Grab Claressa, make it physical, shove her. You know what I mean? Make her put that weight on that knee. Make her fall down. Do it. Make it ugly. It's a big risk. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you. It creates a perfect Kaye Scott story. That's what it does. Nobody going to hit on Kaye Scott if she walks into Atlanta with the one objective, make Claressa Shields work. Find out if she's healthy. You know what I'm saying? Scott's got to deal with Shields' experience, timing, skills, speed, championship pedigree. But if Shields isn't healthy, Scott can potentially force her to move, turn, defend, and fight at an uncomfortable pace. That's why the knee situation is interesting from a tactical standpoint. Not because we know Shields is faking anything, but because any legitimate physical limitation could materially change the fight. And that's a fact. So, the strongest version of the story right here, to me, it's not Claressa's faking injury, even though I think that it is, you know what I mean? I think it's that Claressa Shields' knee brace has fans asking questions. Is this a legitimate injury? Or is it precautionary? Could it affect the fight? And if Shields wins, will fans view the victory differently because of the adversity narrative? And I'm going to tell you this right now, that's much harder for critics to dismiss. If Shields wins, will fans view the victory differently because of the adversity narrative? But I'm going to tell you, we're far from slow. We know ain't nothing wrong with no damn Claressa Shields. But if it is, and the commission gets wind of that, August 15th is in danger. Came out here and took it to the stupid. What they say, play stupid games with stupid prizes. But I don't think nothing wrong with it. I just think she out here taking it to the goddamn stupid. Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.